Welcome back to the lucky adventures of two country boys in Cali. You got me. Your two hosts. Ashton Ashmotown Morris, and you got
That's Mo.
Ashmo like Nelly, and then you got Quentin
What's
Q ET
up, man?
multiple.
I got multiple nicknames. It is Tennessee. I got got a mall, especially out here in Cali. So yeah, everybody's called me Q.
And then we got another special guest over here. She got a
Hey, say hey, baby. Say
so,
hey.
so we got baby Sky and out here. She's
We
she
got baby
waves.
Sky on here.
She waves. So you want to start it off with our man?
Yeah, for sure, man. I was just we of course like one of our episodes, man. We was going through just everything that's current events that's going on now, and I've been watching the Master P Chronicles, man. It just show I was watching. I was just like, man, it just brought me back to when P was coming up and stuff I didn't know about him and things of that nature. How he is in the industry, how he influenced the industry, and how he really got money in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Because they said before them bad music deals and that etc. So he was just I was on BET and people didn't know. Pretty dope episode. Right now I think they're like on one more episode left, but I recommend people go back and watch it. Just the influence of like the business aspect of it. And I was really watching, I was really intrigued by how mastered that. To one point, it was like being too much, but at the same time, really mastering everything from the music to make sure the artist got enough money. You know what I'm saying? So, really dope that DET's doing that, um, doing this documentary on P, man. I feel like it need to be done. Plus, he's working on this movie right now, his biopic. So, you still ain't got nobody to play him yet, but it's gonna be dope. I think it's gonna be a really dope movie whenever they get to that point. So yeah, with just P, man, that's what I've been on, just how P just been just dope in the industry. So what you think
Uh,
about?
yeah. So I haven't.
Have you watched it though?
Nah. So I haven't watched it. It comes on Wednesday at like a weird time and stuff. And then like I said, I've been watching. I've been working on some other stuff on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So it's kind of been around that time period. So it's kind of been weird. But I probably am gonna binge watch it. I am
Yeah,
probably like an extremely big student of Master B, so I kind of already probably know a lot of it. So a lot of people don't know that
yeah.
the original record store in Richmond was started off an inheritance. Um,
I didn't know that. I didn't know he
yeah,
was in Richmond like that. That's
yeah,
one thing I did. I knew he was in Cali for a minute, but not like that. I didn't know he was up in Richmond like that
and it's
in the Bay Area.
yeah, and I think he went out there after what he got injured in college at University of Houston. I think he
Yeah,
yeah. So, and then a lot of the things like a lot of people don't really talk about with Master P. So, um, his deals, the 80, 85, 85%
yeah,
distribution
yeah,
depending on the artist, but it was always around in that range where basically they was taking 80% net, and then they was basically only paying the label 20% distribution. And a lot of people don't know that kind of proceeded Rockefeller. Because if you know the
hmm
history of Jay-Z and Dame Dash and Biggs, that's what exactly what when they were negotiating their deals. They was like, we want the same deal
yeah,
as Master P. Master P
yeah,
also, we all know about him playing ball. Um, I was joke
yeah,
I was joking about it too. He had a got a real big ass bag from WCW wrestling. And had a
yeah.
stay.
I didn't know that either, bro. I did not know that. I didn't know, bro. That's dope. I mean, he did the WCW. It was like the Monday night joint.
Yeah,
On Monday nights, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it
I
was on.
totally forgot. I remember it as a kid, but I didn't think about it. I was like, I forgot all about it. He was everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
He was on everything
he.
with the sports management joint,
Yeah.
everything.
So yeah, so a lot of people don't know that too. Like he was with him and Ricky Williams. He was the first rapper sports agent. So everybody gives Jay Z that contract, but he got Ricky Williams at the time one of the biggest rookie
Yeah,
deals.
one of the biggest. Yeah,
So I mean,
yeah, one of the biggest.
Master P is an anomaly in itself. Like you said, if you really just go back and you just look at all of those deals, Snoop Dogg has been talking high about him saving his life. Because while Master P was this very intelligent, intellectual country, mild mannered, you know, them Miller boys wasn't no play
Yeah,
either. So
man. The thing that sort of got me was he was talking about Suge when he moved to L.A. and Suge called him saying that the talent is big enough for the both, but he was like, "When you moving?" He was like, "I ain't going nowhere. I just got out here." It just so, you know what I'm saying, that gritted him like, man, you ain't finna just push me right now. Sure, during that time, he was notorious for stuff like that. So he was like, nah, I mean, when you move, he's like, I ain't going nowhere.
yeah, and that was the thing too. A lot of people don't talk about the movies too. I think it's been trending around too, but I know one story. I don't know if they're talking about it on this, but Eddie Griffin saying that's where he got his first $1 million was through Master P.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The Foolish movie.
yeah,
Yeah,
and that was
yeah,
the thing. And he said,
yeah.
he was letting them go and like open up for him when he was kind of like on the come up because Eddie Griffin got like a real big buzz very young, and then he was touring and doing
Yeah.
movies, Meteor Man, and he did a lot of stuff early on that a lot of people don't really know when he was in his 20s. So he kind of had a
Mm-hmm.
thing, and like you said, him doing Foolish was making the money, but the whole profit margin to even though the movies as silly as I Got the Hookup was and Hot Boys and a lot of that shit, they made a lot of money on that. Last Dawn, they was
They
making,
did.
so I
They
mean,
put their own money up.
yeah, and I've
Yeah.
always kind of been what if people talk with me business, like how my business mind comes from really is Master P. Like I believe in just uh, producing. I talk about all the time producing your own content,
Mm-hmm.
distributing, starting out small, profiting, margining, going and doing that because essentially what he did was he made um, like you said, almost a monopoly of the rap industry. And basically, the
Yeah.
only way that he fell off was people got tired of Master V.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's really the only
He was
reason.
killing it. Like he was killing what from like Ice Cream Man. That came out what 90, right after Tottenham. That's when he kind of blew up. Like their boy was still there. You know what I'm saying? After the Biggie and Tupac stuff, he just flew right in and just took it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give it up for a while. You know what I'm saying? So it's a dope documentary. Man, I recommend people really watch it, especially people like in the industry really want to know some stuff. He was he was doing it then. You know what I'm saying? He was doing it like 96, 97. You know what I'm saying? Like having Shaq in his videos, make him play on the whole nine, like the whole movie. I remember when he came to the hometown, dog. I was a junior in high school. He was at Club Aftermath, man. The whole parking lot was just, it was crazy. I couldn't get in, but I said, let me go up there and check it out. And he had like an armored Hummer. He was traveling in that junk. Like it just crazy. Like I remember it like it was yesterday. Like it just brought me back to my childhood. So yeah, man, that documentary. I recommend people check that joint out, man. Really check it out.
Yeah, and just check it out. It's on BET. I'm pretty sure it'll be on BET Plus and other things too. Salute to Master P, man, for
Yeah.
everything he's doing. It's good him kind of
Mm-hmm.
getting that light because I think everybody talks about Jay Z and Diddy so much they kind of forget about the whole No Limit uh, era run of the
Mm-hmm.
South. Even Cash Money will go in
Yeah.
there too, but that whole New Orleans run was from I would say 95 to a legitimate 2005 because even Master P had that whole Disney Viacom deal, man. He had all them damn shows, but Lil Romeo had his own show. They had the movie.
Yeah.
Like he's rebranded himself so many times, and even now with the noodles and the
Yeah.
rap
The rap
snacks.
noodles and the rap shit. That rap chips. He still got the shoes and he got everything, man. Like he's a hustler. He just in him. You know what I'm saying? Just a hustler, bro.
Yeah, that is the hustler, and also too, there's a hustler shirt I see you got on. Salute to Larry June.
June.
Yeah,
I gotta put that June on, man. It took forever to get here, but
yeah.
it's here.
Man, that
I'm in
pandemic and
that June
everything
stuff,
is
bro.
has everybody pretty much thing too. I also want to shout out the home team shirt. I got on the Jackson shirt. So
That's what you finally came in. You finally
yeah,
got it in.
yeah,
They have
man.
a problem with people shipping it out and stuff.
I mean, everything's having problems with shipping out, man, merch. So
Yeah,
this is another conversation too.
yeah.
Well, while I had this conversation with Mass B, I want to be very brief, and say this kind of thing. So with everything that's going on, and I think this will move into the Beyonce thing and the Black is King. But when it comes to black
Mm-hmm.
business and black ownership, I tell people all the time, stop confusing black business with small business. Right now, small businesses is going to be slow. It's a lot hard to produce
Yeah.
merch and content. So you have to be very patient. Just because something takes a long time, right now, it's not necessarily black business is bad, it's slow. The market right now, margin, we're in a recession and we're close to a depression economically. So, man, keep continuing to
Yep.
support clothes, man, and other people, small business brands, artists, and shit like that. Because that's how multiple people are getting
Yeah.
fed. You know what I'm saying? Kids and everything.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
both of us, the shirts we have on, like Larry June is the independent artist. So you got to think everybody on his team to get paid off of this. And same thing with, the brand, the Jackson. That's all small business. Small business is having a hard time too. And you want to celebrate black, excellence in Black King, but continue to support it and don't mix it up and continue to recycle the money. That's just one thing I just wanted to say because that is kind of a thing too. I do want to go into
Mm-hmm.
the Beyonce Black is King thing. I
Yeah, man.
saw
You,
you as
you
well.
you checked it out, right?
Yeah, I watched it this early this morning, so I got something to talk about.
I watched it. Of course, my fiance is a huge Beyonce fan, so I watched it, man. And you know what? I liked it, man. I really, really liked the visuals, the music on there, really showing because it's kind of like it's what I expected the Lion King to be. Pretty much, that's what I was expecting it to be. But of course, it was still like pretty much how the cartoon was in the '90s, but it was more animated or whatever. But I really, really dig it. I mean, I can't really just knock it because it reminded me of Ashton, like when remember Mike used to do. Mike was doing this in the '80s. Other people were tripping like, "Oh man, it's the dopest thing ever." Mike was doing this with Thriller, Moonwalker, stuff like that when we grew up on it. So it's like it kind of gave me that kind of feeling, but especially during this time now, it really showing like the people of Africa and it's showing different, the visuals are just dope as hell to me, but you're gonna have people, of course, Beyonce at the top. So people gonna throw rocks and throw rocks at everything, try to knock it down. But overall, I didn't see too many bad critics about it, but everybody got their own opinion, their entitled to it. But I think it was pretty dope to me. What you think?
Same thing. I did like the visual arts. I'm very big on cinematography, so I think with cinematography,
Yeah.
just having cinematography with the art and how a lot of the scenes were shot. I like the different portions of her bringing in her family and a lot of her friends associating with her. So you saw a lot of different guest appearances from different people. It was kind of Afro futuristic. Like for example, like when the song she had with Pharrell and he was performing, you saw like Pharrell was kind of wearing
Mm-hmm.
something that's like you would see wearing out in like L.A. or New York, but at the same time it was like
Yeah.
you could tell it was a black clothier, like it was black clothing
Yeah.
brands, and I thought that was cool because it's
Mm-hmm.
like shit, I go out, things like that. The Beyonce that whole Lion King inspired album, I remember hearing it when it first came out. It was cool. I think watching it on video, seeing the different lands and like you said, seeing the birth and the origin of like how that's inspired from a lot like a Lion King of like an actual lion of a human based of it. I
Yeah.
think that was like very dope to see too as well. So it was an overall good thing. I do understand the critics of it. People bringing in from there. I'll just bring her briefly because it was trending and the Beehive went after her. But No Name, did you see the No Name?
That beehive, bro. No joke, bro. That's a cult. But what you were saying?
Yeah. So No Name said that Beyonce was like exploiting like black culture and art and shit like that. And No Name, she got into it recently with J. Cole. And I like No Name
Mm-hmm.
as an artist. She's very talented. You could tell her kind of some things, even though I understand where she's coming from. Man, I don't be arguing with them damn Beyonce fans online, man. You can't argue with
Because
them.
you can't argue with them. It's too many. First of all, it's too many of them. Second of all, I feel like they gonna think Beyonce. She's that chick now. I mean, you can go back and forth and dictate all you want, but she up top, she looking down. You know what I'm saying? And all we doing is we throwing rocks at her like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Come back. We just anything to knock her down. We do that in our culture, but feel like I said, people are entitled to their opinion. But you can't even in the beehive, you can't make everybody change theirs. They may have that opinion of Beyonce, cool. It's gonna be totally different from yours. But if you still mess with it, it don't matter what nobody else say. You know what I'm saying? That's who you gonna rock with, regardless. But everything she put out, you gonna support it. So no matter what people be critical of, that's just gonna happen with today with us. So it is what it is.
Yeah, and that, like I said, that was a lot of uses of it. I found it to be a better, like you said, better watch. The only reason why I even watched it, man, my homegirl, I don't even know if she be listening to podcasts. Maybe she might. But my homegirl Javisha hit me up like, "Hey, can I get your Disney Plus joint?" And she was like, "How you?" I was like, "How you know I got a damn Disney Plus account?" And I knew it was gonna happen. She like me and her, we've been knowing each other a long time. Good woman, love her to death. But like I was like, man, I thought a whole bunch of people started blowing me up for that shit. But I was like, that's when I knew it was like real, cause like, I got that one. Even though I got one mother text from a chick that I ain't respond to, trying to use my Disney Plus. But I got a couple of them texts asking to use my Disney Plus, cause I keep Disney Plus, man. Occasionally I want to watch, you know what I'm saying, Spider-Man or X-Men, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, my X-Men cartoons. Yeah, I be on my Star Wars joint. I just said my mama hurt mine too, so I want to watch. I'm like, all right, here go my code.
yeah,
But yeah, man, it was dope, man, and I remember Shiana, she was like, yo, she liked it too, but she's definitely Beyonce fan, so she gonna think everything she do is good.
yeah.
Yeah, man, it especially for the now time with everything that's going on. I think it was a dope. It was dope.
Yeah. All right then. So let's get back to NBA in the bubble. Well, basically even sports just in the bubble, but you definitely want to talk about NBA is back. So that's like even the hashtag. So we've been getting a lot of good competitive basketball over the last week and some change. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what's your thoughts about this?
But it's been, man, it's been close knit, man. Devin Booker been balling, and what's the dude from Indiana Pacers, T.J. Warren, he's the
Yeah.
goat right there. He's scoring like 40, 38 points each game. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like an AAU type thing. Everything's in the bubble. And you got Lemon Pepper Lou going after Magic City, getting some wings and lap dances after leaving the funeral. But overall, man, it's good. I'm a huge baseball fan. You can see I'm a huge Braves fan. I've been watching my Braves, man. It's good to have something on, but it's still like I'm still cautioning people health. Like a lot of people tested positive for COVID. If you didn't know, in the hometown, a 6-year-old passed away from COVID. So this is a real thing. It's a real pandemic. I've been preaching this for the longest. As long as it's safe, it's cool. And I was telling somebody about the NFL. I don't think they can do it if they're tackling people. Hold on, baby. It's super loud, y'all. I don't think that they can do it. I don't think the NFL can really get past it. So, but as far as the NBA, it's really competitive, man. The Clippers, Lakers, Houston been playing good too. So, I mean, it's gonna be a good playoff. Playoffs start like in 2 weeks. I'm excited for it, man. Something to watch. I'm really excited too for that fight, bro. What's on your boy coming back? He's fighting Danny in November.
Spence Jr.
Spence, yeah. I'm super excited about that when I got that news. Plus the Tyson and Roy Jones fight. So it's something to really look forward to, as far as like entertainment wise, and especially during that dull time, we didn't have nothing really to watch stuff like that, live sports. So, and a lot of people also been opting out of contracts and stuff. So
Yeah, the entire New England Patriots damn near done opted out.
the whole squad except Cam, bro. I'm like, damn, I feel bad for Cam.
Yeah, so I mean that's a big thing too. So like I said, the football we don't know. Baseball there still has been a lot of testing. They got to get that shit right in baseball. And basketball, like you said, I think it's been really competitive. I've been watching a lot of it. I've been talking trash about the players and teams I don't like. And then I've been noticing, like you said, it's an AAU thing. There's a lot of teams guys who don't really have a lot of distractions. They're really balling, like
Yeah,
the TJ
they're really
Warrens.
balling, bro.
Um,
Devin, Devin Booker,
yeah, Devin Booker.
Devin Booker, balling,
The entire damn near Portland Trailblazers, which I was telling people that's a
balling.
dangerous team.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're
It
healthy.
is.
They got 4 or 5 people, and Nurkic looks better now than he ever probably has. Like he been dropping over 20 every
Mm-hmm.
night ever since he came back. And I mean, having him healthy, like I was telling people all the time, and we from home and everything. I ain't trying to diss it, but I said, man, that Grizzlies team wasn't no damn playoff team, man. Like it's just Portland was hurt.
They're not there yet.
New Orleans dysfunctional as fuck. Sacramento Kings dysfunctional.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of those teams that could kind of be in the 8th, 9th place, they just ain't having. And then
Mm-hmm.
San Antonio pretty much on the course of a rebuild. So I mean, you can't even count them. So it was really Portland would have been a top higher seed anyway if Nurkic wouldn't have got hurt. I mean, you saw what they did in the playoffs. So this is kind of opportunity. I still not Lakers haven't been looking that good. I think, and even not even just the Lakers, the Bucks ain't been looking good either. They been getting their ass wore out on the low.
Toronto looked good.
Yeah,
That's who been looking good. Toronto looked good. Of course the Clips. I think the Clips look, man. They just good and they deep. I feel like as the Lakers, they just they got top kids trying to just get the flow, trying to get their rhythm right now. They ain't trying to win no. They just not trying to just go all out to win no game.
yeah,
They just trying to catch rhythm, get their their shots up. They been missing a lot of threes and stuff.
yeah. But it's a team too, and I want to bring in because this is the thing with this bubble. And we'll see how far they go, but man, the Houston Rockets in this bubble, I think is a very dangerous thing because even though they small as hell, I think the AAU style of basketball in the bubble with no people booing James
Travel.
Harden and Westbrook and all that shit, no travel,
Mm-hmm.
like that's perfect for
No
those.
travel.
That's perfect for those type of guys. And you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You essentially kind of want to go in from there. And like you said, just MLB, man, get it together. Boxing has been good. I watched this young kid Leo from Albuquerque. He got his first title win. Been some good boxing going on. We got some good MMA coming up too.
Mm-hmm.
Like we mentioned, Tyson versus Roy Jones, which it's a damn exhibition, man. Everybody needs to talk about Tyson is not gonna be able to knock.
Roy wasn't no joke. That's what I'm sitting there telling people like Roy's a scrub. I'm like, Roy's not no scrub.
Yeah, and it's an exhibition too, so Tyson gonna have to actually box. And that's my one thing is too, Tyson ain't fought in 15 years, even though it's an 14, 15 years, even though it's an exhibition. 8 rounds is a long ass motherfucking time for anybody who ain't never done no combat sport.
I would argue with somebody. I was like, that 15-second clip ain't nothing like 2-3 minutes. That's like a 15-second clip, and everybody's like freaking out. I'm like, you gotta distinguish between real boxing fans and people that just running it now. So it's kind of like, bro, that's 15-second. I love Tyson. I'm like, I gotta see it for them 8 rounds because you go. It's different when you 50 and you swing and try to hurt somebody for 8 rounds. So it's different.
And
15-second clip.
And on top of this too, I also brought this up with a lot of people who were kind of going in from there. Is that Tyson is working with the MMA coach right now. He is the one of the head coaches over at King's MMA in Huntington Beach, and they got one in West. So he's not even really working with an actual boxing coach. And real fight fans kind of know, you know what I'm saying, what's up, because you watch the different sports. So that the guy you seeing him training with ain't even a boxing guy. So it's like, I don't know how technically Tyson is even gonna look boxing. That's another conversation.
When they supposed to fight?
It's in September. It's supposed to be like end of September, and it's supposed to be empty at in Carson.
Okay.
So yeah, it's at Dignity Stadium. All right, you want to go to the next little topic right quick?
Yeah, man. We was going. I was just talking about we were talking about the sports thing and due to this COVID thing. It's like it really hit me the other day when I was going to work, bro. It's like I was seeing restaurants putting their seats and stuff on the sidewalk, and is this gonna be the new norm? Like it's weird as hell. Like I haven't been out or anything, so it kind of like it threw me off. I was like, dang, bro, this is different right here.
I mean,
this is different right here.
I mean, a lot of that is true. I do see that. I see that regularly too. The weirdest thing is like I'm seeing like restaurants that don't have no outside trying to accommodate for it. Like when you drive past Roscoe's and shit, like they got tables outside. Like they ain't even got no people just sitting out hot ass outside Roscoe's and shit. I'm like, man, it ain't. I can't do it. And then it's like you hearing about a whole bunch of restaurants just closing down worldwide. So I don't know what this is gonna kind of look like. Like I was telling people all the time too. Like you just look at the unemployment rate, how many people were going in from there, and then so many of these restaurants having to cut down their employees. I don't really know, man. And people really haven't been kind of like giving us information of like how the economy is gonna bounce back from this from a financial restaurant
It's
aspect.
gonna be rough, bro. Yeah, financial is everything, bro. It's like everything's so out of whack right now. And it's like when I go out, I go to the grocery store, I really come back home. I don't really go out and mingle and things of that nature. So it's like, hey, is this the new norm? Is this it? You know, and I'm trying to travel. I got to make sure I don't have to stay quarantined for in the hotel for 3 to 4 days. I try to go to weddings, and you really got to really plan where you going. And like, you know what I'm saying? You're really, really cautious of everything you do now.
I know, shit, man. My
It
damn.
It threw me off, bro.
I know that shit, man. And even like it's like regular life, like I ain't gonna go on top of that. My kid mom hit me up talking about I need to come get my daughter because she acting bad and shit. I'm like, shit, this ain't fucking regular life and shit right now. I can't just be hopping up and trying to get planes.
That's with us living in California, bro. Like they saying that we have to stay quarantined for a certain amount because we live in California, some of the highest numbers, right? So they was like, well, you gotta stay in this spot for 14 days or whatever, something like that, because you came from California. That's what people have been telling me. So I'm like, I gotta really be cautious of where we going. If something happens, like crap, I gotta make sure everything is legit. Flying wise, make sure COVID is, and make sure my test. I got tested before, and I'm negative. But it doesn't take. You could be negative 1 minute, touch something, and touch your mouth, and you're right back positive. So it's like it's nonstop. So we gotta. I was just like, oh, this is gonna be the new norm, bro, for a minute.
Yeah,
ain't no more day parties, ain't no more nothing. We can't do nothing.
And that's I mean, pretty much the only thing you can be doing is like you said, just like health and fitness stuff. And like I haven't been in a grocery store in a minute. Like I've been getting my meals prepped, so I've been and that's probably healthy. I'm probably the healthiest I've been in probably the last 5 years right now. So because it's like I'm just literally just eating things, water, exercising when I can. Doing that type of thing. But lastly, man, we got like 90 seconds left, man. You got some TV shows you watching?
I've been on that P-Valley, bro. I think they did a crazy big scene the last episode with this
I saw
transgender and guy. Yeah. So the internet been going crazy over it. And I'm like, that's pretty much, I work with people who, gay and transgender. It doesn't bother me because I've been, I lived out here. But people down south are like freaking out. Like, oh, how they gonna do this and put this on TV and just, I'm like, man, it's like the new norm now. I said, if y'all been to Atlanta, y'all already know how the game is. You know what I'm saying? So it was turned up Sunday where the old dude did that in their show.
Yeah, that was a lot too. And also, I don't know if you watched The Chi. Been watching The Chi this season.
I haven't. I need to catch it. I'm still working to catch up, bro.
But yeah, The Chi has been good, interesting. The whole season of it's been a abduction of black women that's been a part of it, as well as like a law. And then there's a lot of LGBT stuff in that show too, as well. The people has been going in. Luke James is dating a transgender woman on that show, so a lot of people have kind of been from there.
Yeah.
With the black LGBT stuff, but I mean, this shit's normal, man. It's good. It's
normal now.
It's content, man. It's acting and it's content, man. That's all I sit there and say, I tell people all the time, you don't like it, man. You want some shit like that? I can screenwrite, man. Y'all niggas give me like $100,000, man. I'll write you a TV show and get you some actors. You can tell me what to write about.
Yep.
That's pretty
Yep.
much that. That's how that shit is. But it's a lot of other good TV show on too. Umbrella Academy is out on Netflix.
Yeah, season
There's the
2. Yeah.
like a FBI CIA show on there. There's the other show Max about like a pop star. It's British. I've been watching that on Hulu. So there's a couple decent shows coming out. We'll probably
Mhm.
talk about this before, but the day after my birthday, The Boys season 2 come out. I don't know if you watched The Boys yet. So there's a lot of good TV coming
Yep.
out right now. But this is the episode. YouTube, subscribe. We appreciate y'all. YouTube getting these YouTube views
Hey,
up. It's
yeah.
been increasing each time, man. Everybody been hitting us up about the ads that we've been marketing. So keep going in, subscribe YouTube. We still got it streaming too. So keeping everything going and have a good one. And au revoir, everybody.
All right, y'all.